Good evening, fellow members. Let's do the daily scoreboard on a Saturday, which was supposed to be done yesterday, but for some I didn't have the time to do it. We will do it on a Saturday. Then you have something to watch here during your weekend. Um, yeah, I like to say, as always, subscribe to the channel if you like what you see, both here on YouTube but also on Twitter. We have a paid member section on YouTube. Check it out if that is something for you. Considering to moving it to Substack because I have a lot of people that want to join but can't due to some country restrictions. So I'm trying to figure it out regarding Substack is a place to go. I know many people that I follow on Twitter is using Substack for their content. We will see. I need to figure out what Substack is, and I haven't been using it before, so maybe I'm too old for all this new stuff. I don't know. Maybe. So Friday on a Saturday. Let's see where we are in time. I have a lot of charts, by the way, for the Twitter recap, so stay tuned for that. But firstly, we need to look at silver. Down, well, basically flat for Friday. As you can see here, I want to show you one long-term trend line here. It goes back a long time. This one here, that bad boy. Let's make it a bit thicker. You can see it there. The 2011 high pierced the 2020 and then all the way down. There it is. There it is. There it is. So why is that important? Let's make it a bit smaller again here. Actually, let's just quickly make it purple so you can see that. So you can see it. There it is. Look at it there. Beautiful. All the way down, piercing, piercing. And where are we now? We tagged it. You can see it there and got rejected. I wouldn't say kind of expected, but again, when you see these big trend lines coming in, you are getting rejected there. We were also in a 4-hourly rising wedge and we're breaking down. I do think that this is the move for silver. So again, breaking that rising wedge doesn't mean that we're just going to collapse straight off the bat. I do think that we are due for a bit of downward pressure here again, but I think long term we have been piercing that 1, 2, 3.5, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're due. The reason is also why I think we're due is gold up 1%. Did leave a bit of a wick there on the top again, but we are at all-time highs. And look at that move. We have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 straight green days. That's beautiful. But you also have to acknowledge that we are at 85 on the RSI, meaning that we are oversold. Again, RSI, I think, is misinterpreted by many people. Let's go to the monthly here. You can clearly see it has just getting started for gold. Same thing, I do think that the exact same setup was made here. Boom, that we are on that candle right there. June 2019, the same thing again. I think that's where we are in time. So again, it doesn't mean anything right now on the daily that we are overbought. Why? Because it is the monthly that is in control. It's the monthly time frame right now that is doing the breakout, meaning what happens 2 time frames below is basically noise. You can see the weekly as well is also, the next one, also clear breakout there. So the daily stuff here that we are oversold here, overbought, excuse me, means nothing. It means absolutely nothing because we have the weekly chart getting, into the oversold territory and the monthly is not yet there. So soon we have full alignment, bullish alignment, meaning monthly overbought, excuse me, weekly overbought and daily overbought. And that is an amazing place to be. So the daily stuff now, guys, is basically noise. Basically, you want to be looking at the weekly now. The weekly, obviously also the monthly, but the weekly is where you will see the trajectory, and that is a massive breakout. But again, the daily here, I do expect some pullbacking at some point in time, and that would be very healthy, very normal. And again, we are in a massive uptrend right now, bullish uptrend, and the pullbacks on the daily, 8-hourly, whatever, should be bought up. That's my opinion. But are we in a precious metals bull market now? No. And why do I say that? Because in order to be in a precious metals bull market, we need the gold to silver ratio to go down. You can clearly see here that that's actually still in favor of gold. So gold is moving here, gold is breaking out. So we have the breakout here in the gold to silver ratio, retesting, resumption here. But I think if gold confirms, which it has, and it keeps these levels or higher, it is just a matter of time before silver breaks out. And when silver does, you will see this one heavily come down here. And when we cross below that golden trend line there, it's game on. You have it there, we can extend it roughly in this vicinity. When we get below, let's call it 85, 84, wherever it is, on the line, game beep on for especially silver. And that's also when I think silver shoots heavily. Let's go back to silver. Now it might get a bit more technical, but it doesn't matter. I'm happy to show you. So again, here, you can see here every time we consolidate for a long time, it's just vertical. We can go back and find more on the chart here. Here as well, you can see it there in 2008, 9, 10, 11, boom, straight up. Again, straight up, straight up. And we are there again, getting above anywhere between 25 and 26, 26 being the last trigger for silver, right up here. Yummy. So the Dixie, where are you on the Dixie? Let's see. That's also an important thing to look at. We are basically flat. We have this doji here on the daily. So we had that channel, that trend line there, and we broke down, tested 103.6, and we rolled over. So we are definitely in a downtrend right now on the daily. How about the weekly? How does that look? You can clearly see here we have the 30 weekly right there, and we are below now. So if we start to cascade here, the 30 weekly will come down, and we are full on bear mode for the Dixie. Let's see where it ends up. Definitely gold is just fantastic here. Bitcoin is also doing great. This is today. I don't know, yesterday, maybe it was a percent or two. Again, here we are fighting the double top there. We did pierce it, and we're still holding that double top. But I have my take on Bitcoin, and I have posted some charts regarding Bitcoin and how Amazon did, during the dot-com bubble, and the moves up here, basically the entire lifespan of Bitcoin compared to Amazon back then, are basically identical. I will probably make some sort of video on that at some point in time here very, very soon, because I think it's very right or not, the move until now is just basically dead on for Amazon and Bitcoin until leading up to the dot-com bubble. So let's see how that goes. But still, Bitcoin now very strong. What is not ideal is basically the USD WTI oil here. We have the neckline here. That was the level to look for. We broke out, and then we came back in again. We didn't confirm. We broke out barely, didn't confirm, and now we actually broke that red trend line, and we're below the 30 weekly, below the neckline. So oil right now is actually in a lot of danger to really start to getting hurt if it cannot get back above here very quickly. Going to the 1 hourly, we have some sort of channel here that maybe is going to save it. But again, 1 hourly, it's a bit short time frame stuff, but let's see here. But definitely we have broken some stuff here, and we don't want to start to correct too big into it, because the 30 weekly will start to come down, and then we are going down, maybe all the way down here to 63, 67 or so. Well, yeah, definitely want to watch here, but again, looks like a bit more weakness here for the good old oil. GDX flat for today, while gold is up. But anyways, we are going up from 25 to roughly 30. So that is a 20% move in roughly a week. That's amazing, really. Silver flat also, but also up, roughly those 20%, bouncing off that lower trend line here. We still have the overall mega channel there that we need to break through to become really, really bullish. So again, if silver really wants to break out here, this will definitely be bang for your buck here going into silver miners again, even though people have swear they wouldn't do it, but they will. Nothing here to say for the beautiful uranium spot price. However, we are coming into oversold territory on the daily. So we are soon expecting a bounce here in my view. 30 weekly is just pounding up nicely here. So we want to see some sort of sideways action very soon. We need to see a bounce here. Hopefully we retrace high into that move down there and not just a small one. We want the big retrace so we can start to build that base, and then we want to go higher for uranium spot price. Nasty day for the URNM, 5% down. I did the flash update 1 hourly chart. You check it out. We're not going to detail. You can see it there if you want to. It should be out by now. The 10-year rates basically flat, 0.2% down, but we are below a major important line here, that 4.1. You can see it there. We are below. Not with a big red candlestick, but again, we do have some wicks on the bottom, but we are below that mega support, which is now resistance. So, yeah. Palladium. Oh, palladium. Yes, it's down 2% today. No biggie. However, we have confirmed a major daily bottom. If I remember correctly, it points to somewhere around 1150 on that inverted head and shoulders. So we're probably going to do some retesting here, maybe all the way down to the falling wedge. But anyways, very, very strong move by palladium this week. And why do I do that this week? Beautiful. Platinum also here, down 1% for today, but basically we broke that minor setup there, that minor fractal will be broken out, and we're having a bit of a down day here. But it is following palladium. I think palladium and platinum has been quite strong, especially palladium. Good old copper here. Again, we're coming into roughly that $4 level. Again, we need to get above there. Anything in between is basically noise in my view. Very bullish to get above there. We have some sort of bullish flag here with a quick draw here. So definitely if we get above, boom, there it is, all the way there. You can see clearly $4, a tad below $4. I'm calling it 4 for easy measure. But again, copper here. Let's see which way we go. That's basically it. Basically it for the week. And we have the Twitter stuff, some beautiful charts here by some lovely accounts you should definitely check into. For some reason, these are, yep, there it is. I think this was from last time, I think so. Yeah. Let me just check here. No, we did that. Sorry, I haven't deleted them. I think we will go from here. That makes more sense right there, Nvidia. So here's the next big trade. Nvidia has never been more extended from its 30 weekly moving average. And the problem is it is a very large company now. Oh, yes. You can see here, we are going vertical. There's no denying that. And people are still bullish. I think yes and no. I mean, it's a very strong move, but you also know a vertical move never, well, never is a big word, corrects sideways. It corrects down. And that's vertical, guys. That is basically vertical. This right here as well, vertical stuff. So we are going to see the exact same here in my view for Nvidia. But it has done tremendously well, just from 100 to 900 in 14 months. Whoop, whoop. That's insane. Martin here, or even draw it from the 2011 top. It's clear breakout also. This is silver. You can see it there at the top there. Basically, he's putting a bit below, but anyways, you can see here silver looks really, really strong. This is against the Dixie, by the way. So that is a very good, I think, sign what is to come also against the USD. So we're breaking out heavily here on the Dixie. I mean, silver against the Dixie. So that is, again, the next nail in the coffin. And the last one will obviously be the USD. For short here with the gold, a bit of a short, not a short term, 1 year chart here. You have the highs there. Then you have the peak there in December 2023, and now we have the big resistance at roughly 2,180. I can't remember did we hit that here? Yeah, so we basically pierced it. Maybe it's a bit more higher. So if I were to do that here, we can actually do it together. But I have it on log scale, so it is a bit different. So on a log scale, we're actually above. So that's very nice. But again, very nice one chart line there. Stefano Bartoli, silver here. I follow the silver to XLE ratio, which has been extreme levels. Every time the ratio reaches between 0.26 and 0.33, the silver rose from a minimum 30% to a maximum of 200% in a few months. So you can see here, basically, where's the ratio? It is, it's up here. You can see we are about to break, basically here at some point in time. And you can see here, every time we're breaking, we're having silver doing some amazing moves once we start to really, having SIL outperform the XLE over there. A lot of stuff going on here, so I would definitely urge you to check into it here. You can also see the ratio SIL to XLE, very low there as well. So check it out. A lot of good stuff going on here, which need, more than me just speaking about this for like 1 minute. It needs to be digested for like 10 minutes to really see what's going on there. Lovely stuff. Aside here, silver breaking out now and should play catch up with gold. As we talked about, it is about to break out here. The big one is between 25 and 26. But again, the momentum here, you can basically see for like 2 years, we have just gone sideways. So when we break here, all the moving averages, if we start to break, should start to curl up and you have a massive bull market in front of you. And people don't believe it. It will happen. In my view, it will happen. Grady. Again, here gold is breaking out on a daily, weekly, and monthly and quarterly, as we talked about. The monthly and weekly are breaking out. And yes, I didn't look at the quarterly, but I will not doubt if that is the case when he says it. So, and it is just going to be the move here for gold is going to be massive. We have had basically a 3 to 4 year minor base, but also we have that mega, 13-year-long cup and handle that's also been confirmed here today. So it's just incredible what gold is about to do. Gold again, weekly stuff, boom, blasting higher, above, amazing. Finally, and gold again here, you can see their breakout. The first breakout there on that trend line, and then the next one obviously being the 2075 level, mega important. It's just amazing gold here. And it didn't have yesterday's gains with it, well, which is 1% higher. So again, gap here. I really like this chart. I find this very plausible with the count here going into 2025 at roughly 2000. Let's call it 3K. Makes total sense to me to move that big here, given how long time we have gone sideways, and all that energy just points to higher. I really like it here going into roughly that 2,500 pullback. Yes, nothing goes in a straight line, and then the final wave. And that's not the end, by the way. That's not going to be the end goal for gold. Excuse me. Luke Groman, great guy, by the way. Emo, an interesting bank run of sorts on our screens right now are being shown by the black line. One, whether this is gold tonnage going, where is this gold tonnage going? In 2013 to 16, it almost went to China. Why is the gold price going up? But during this gold run, physical, when it went down during 13 and 16, it's a very good question here. You can just see here that the amount of physical held by GLD is going down. So basically, we are draining the GLD while the price goes up. Where does it go? It's going to the east, excuse me, to China, India, and so on. So yeah, a bit of a longer recap here, but it is weekly closes, so we can definitely spend a bit more time on the Twitter stuff and the charting. Very important. Check out the URM flash update 1 hourly, and yeah, have a great weekend, guys, and enjoy yourself. Bye.